player. You're counteracting that loss. You're getting back ahead in the race. And here you've got a much higher percentage of being able to make this work the turn you put it down. So it's not just 5 mana do nothing. It's potentially 5 mana 8-point life swing. I really like life gain in this format. It's all about racing. It's all about getting correct evasion on their creatures. The removal is spotty and not always at instant speed. So, okay, well, there's the human frailty we were talking about. Lone Revenant is wonderful little, like, thrall, basically. It's really tough to kill a 4/4 in combat if you can't target it. So it's essentially got the regeneration of a thrall in that it sticks around quite a long time. But there's no green in here for us to choose from, so our black options are limited, and Frailty is a very easy choice. Also, it's a very easy choice to remove in sideboarding if you're playing some black-red zombie vampire mix, and we get a nice mythic passed to us, and I believe Bruna is worth a few tickets. I'm going to check real quick. Maybe not. Where is it? Bruna, half a ticket? Okay, so nothing significant. That being said, there's a Timberland Guide and a Gloom Widow. I really hate passing this just because it's a beast in the air, but we have Bone Splinters, and it doesn't actually do anything. It's not, somebody's not stacking auras in their deck, so I think I'm happy taking the Gloom Widow here. Timberland Guide does have a lot more. It's a lot more close of a choice. It's a lot closer of a choice than it normally would be, just because of our double Wandering Wolves. What do we got? Nightshade Peddler and Druid's Familiar. So we're really low on the Soulbound, so Lumberknot isn't a great choice here. However, Gloom Surgeon is a strong pick, or a second Nettle Swine. We don't really have combat tricks yet, so potentially join Assault, but like I said, we're a bit low on the Soulbound. However, maybe we need to win a tracker battle, or we need to force a Wandering Wolf in. Death Touch Gloom Surgeon is a sexy possibility. I think I'm going to take a Gloom Surgeon just because of its synergies with the rest of our deck right now. Excellent, easy choice. Third Bone Splinters. I'd like to see maybe one more Butcher Ghoul, and then there's the Driver of the Dead, which is going to be the next thing I said. So happily take that over the Corpse Traders or the Grave Exchange at this point, just because we have 5 excellent 2-drops right now, and happy to see some recursion there. We've got a really nice low curve. We're not playing this. Possibly not playing the Terrifying Presence. So we've got 5 1-drop removal. We've got removal on a stick. And then we've got some unblockables and some life reduction. Turn 1 Tracker, turn 2 Wandering Wolf, turn 3 Soul Cage Fiend, turn 4 Druid's Familiar on the Wandering Wolf. Interesting. I love me a Taskmaster, but I don't really think this is the deck for it. Probably going to be playing around 15 creatures, so 14 to 15 creatures. And we don't have a plethora of Butcher Ghouls, any excess of creatures we have is probably going to be used for our Bone Splinter contingent. So because of that, I think we want the Geist here. A green Geist now, or another Connoisseur. I do like the option of popping these off on command, or being able to, reset a Soulbound so that when a new creature comes into play, you can switch those benefits around. Nice effect here is that Soul Cage Fiend with Exquisite Blood. You're not actually losing any life. It's not damage, it loses life, so it encompasses both damage and loses life. I'm going to take the Geist here just since our curve is so low, and we already just picked up a 3-drop, so happy for another Searchlight Geist here. This is a real. I'd rather have a 5/5/3/3 than an always 5/3, and it's easier on the mana. If they're playing a very slow blue-white deck, I would consider playing this. So I'm going to take this for sideboard reasons. I'm not too concerned with shield mates. I think we're going to be either skirting past them with evasion or just going over the top of them with blue-white or green-blue hexproof. So I'm not too concerned about that choice. Gambit just in case we want one. Snare the Skies, another sideboard. We're not horrible against flyers, so we don't have any reach or anything per se, but we are very strong on just straight up targeted removal, destroy target creature, so not too concerned with that. And in terms of racing, they can race in the skies if they want. I think we're fine on the ground. Okay, so 26, and I don't think I'm cutting anything in the 1-drop. I think Terrifying Presence gets the boot. Maybe the Geist. It's probably our least valuable creature in terms of converted mana cost versus abilities. The Bracers, it helps the tracker with anything, whatever creature you're targeting. It's amazing on the Geist, the Howlgeist. Obviously the 2 Wandering Wolves. And I'd really be tempted to play Unhallowed Pact in this deck as well. See if there's something we can cut. People really don't give it enough credit. I wouldn't mind showcasing its abilities here in this draft. Potentially over Bladed Bracers. So we cut 2 Geist Snatches out of the pool there. Sideboard. Decent little rare draft. So we've got some other choices here if they are flyer heavy and we're finding ourselves lacking in defensive capabilities. But yeah, 23 right now, and I'd maybe like to squeeze in one of these. So let's take a look at what we got here right now. So our removal is ridiculously cheap. We've got 5 removal at the one drop, and then we've got our tracker on a stick. How many humans do we have? Just the shaman, the peddler. Yeah. So we're not getting vigilance anytime soon. So is it worth it as a card just for +1/+1 on our wolves and the Geist? I'd say probably not. We've got so many 2 and 3 drops that I don't think we're ever going to be wanting to equip this on. I don't think we're ever going to be wanting to go turn 1 bracers, turn 2 creature, turn 3 equip. I think we've got so many other better options at turn 3. Let alone turn 3 being a second wolf and a blessings. Turn 1 tracker, turn 2 wolf, turn 3 wolf blessings, the first wolf. Turn 4 tap kill anything. Attack for 8. So, question is, do I want to squeeze anything out for an Unhallowed Pact? We're at 16 creatures right now, which I do like the higher creature count since we've got 3 Bone Splinters. And potentially we've got, 17 creatures, and then potentially 18 creatures, 19 creatures. It's not exactly that because you still have to actually draw these for them to count as 2, and you actually have to make this work on the board for it to count as 2. But the potential is there for 3 more creatures than what we're actually seeing as a count. Exquisite Blood is definitely the jankiest card, and it's expensive. But I really like the idea of, since we have some unblockable potential, I think this meshes really nicely. Works really well with both Wolves, the Howlgeist, both Soul Cage Fiends. So the only thing that would make this prettier would be a Blood Artist. And then you can just go to town, sack your whole board, double up the effect of your Blood Artist. You not losing anything, them losing life. So for now, I think we'll just bring an Unhallowed Pact if they have some bomb creatures. Maybe that Bruna that we saw go around that we couldn't take. What do we take over that Bruna? I think we took the Gloom Widow, so hopefully this comes in handy at some point to justify that. Hopefully the Bruna doesn't kill us. And so we don't have any Nightshade, so I don't see a huge reason to dominate the lands with swamps, just the 2 Soul Cage Fiends. That being said, there's going to be turns where we might want to cast something black and a Bone Splinters. So that that also kind of counts as a 2 swamp per turn situation. So 10-7 or 9-8, and I think 7 is fine since we're only going to need 1 green for quite a few turns. I hate to miss out on having a forest for this, but it would really be nice to get these down right away. So I'm going to go with 10-7, stick with that. Alright, see you round 1.